Now, the main question I gotta ask is if World Cup is playing right now. World Cup started on the weekend, and we are about to finish all of the groups. And yet, Manchester United Football Club is still trending during the biggest tournament in world football. Big Phil here for All In, All United, and we are here to talk about some United related stuff, some World Cup stuff. I can't do it by myself. I can never do it by myself. I'm joined here. I'm joined here with Brazilian fan Jody. And you're joined also with none other than Chef. How are you
Yo,
guys doing
yo.
tonight?
Good night, good night.
Can't hear you, Jody.
You
Oh,
hearing me?
I can hear. We can hear you, Chef.
Judy, we're not hearing you.
We're not hearing you, Jody. But you know what? We got we can let you figure that out, and we could get to the program right now because you want to hear something. Like
Talk to me.
I just mentioned we have been watching and observing these matches in the biggest tournament called World Cup.
Yep.
And yet, Manchester United Football Club is
Trending loud
still trending at the biggest tournament in world football.
in one way or
So
the other.
you have to ask yourself, why is Manchester United trending? And if you guys have been living under a rock, myself, Chef, and Jody will give you some details as to why Manchester United is trending, right? Now, for two reasons. One, Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo have come to a mutual agreement where Ronaldo will part ways and he will no longer be a Manchester United player after the World Cup. Right? That's the first thing, right? So Cristiano Ronaldo is no longer a Manchester United player, right? The
Yep.
second thing, right? Because I think to most Manchester United fans, that's good news, right? But why
The-
stop there? Why stop there? Because after that news was announced, maybe a day later, right?
yeah, daily talk.
A day later, it was announced. I could put it in the most blunt terms as well. The Glazers are looking to sell Manchester United, right? And in my opinion, I think that is even better news than Manchester United parting ways with Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Now, let me reverse it a bit. Jody, you good now, or are you good? Perfect, perfect. Now let me reverse a bit right now. Back to the first part of the agenda. Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo have parted ways due to Cristiano Ronaldo, let's say, exposing and going behind Manchester United's back for an interview with Piers Morgan. Now, we reviewed that already. I want to get you guys' thoughts on Manchester United sacking, parting ways with Cristiano Ronaldo and not paying him out his 17 or 16 million dollars that was for the rest of his contract. What are you guys takes on that? Start. I guess I can start with you, Chef.
Um, I was actually pleased with how quickly the club dealt with it. And decisively also. It will be yes, it's World Cup, but we still a club, we still a business, still have things to handle, and if our former player saw it fit to do that with that timing, then let's handle it one time. So I was pleased with what the club did. I was pleased with the actions of the club. No player is bigger than the club. I mean, let's say, yo, we all respect Cristiano, probably a little less now, but we all respect and acknowledge what he has done for the club in his first stint and I guess a little bit in his second stint. But yeah, I think it's a win-win for both parties.
And yeah, that I think that last part that Chef mentioned is that it's a win-win for both parties. And what's I and Jody, I know you're a big Cristiano Ronaldo fan. What's your take on that?
Yeah, no. Well, right now, no, I'm not a fan. World Cup going on, but club wise, um, yeah, I watch my glad they settle up this and it was now ongoing saga like how they does like when they're trying to bring in a player that long saga that we I glad they just within a couple this time they end it. They signed the divorce papers. Ronaldo that 16 million is pocket change for he, so he ain't bothering about
Yeah,
that. That is pocket change for he. So he gladly would accept not taking that 16 million and walk away from the club. He gladly would accept that, and the club would gladly not like to pay that 16 million as well because I 16 million extra in their pocket, probably to spend behind our next player, and just get it over with and let him move on from there. Let the club move on, let Ronaldo move on. You understand? Um, to this day, up to this point, Ronaldo will lose my respect. He did what he had to do for his self and his benefit at the end of the day. Whether it hurt the fans, whether it hurt the club, he did it for himself. At the end of the day, he lived for himself and his family. So people may want to judge him on the way he went about things. Well, everybody entitled to their opinion at the end of the day. So for me, yeah, my respect 100, just not for this month coming right now, but yeah, my respect 100 club wise. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. Well said. I'll give my thoughts, and as I will echo Chef definitely, and a little bit of what Jody said. Two things. I think it's best for both parties to part ways. I don't think there's any animosity between Ronaldo and Manchester United, and I still have to say this: Cristiano Ronaldo is still Manchester United's or one of Manchester United's biggest legends, right?
yeah, yeah,
It's just that it's so sad that it had to end this way per se.
correct.
But Ronaldo wishes the club all the best, and I guess we all wish Ronaldo all the best as well too. Let me go through some comments here before we get to our next topic at hand. Right. So, Kristen, thanks for joining. Welcome, welcome. You're saying it's Apple owners by Manchester United. It could be it. I traffic. Oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, you're right, buddy. You're
Yeah,
right,
we're
you're
going
right.
from Old Trafford to High Trafford.
Yeah, boy. The next comment here from Asan Lynch. Good night. And good night to you as well, too, buddy. Asan is also saying again, I'm pleased. We're starting to move like a big club. Definitely, definitely. Um, Asan again is saying he put himself in the
Eason,
January.
Eason.
ASM, okay. Was like JSM over the A. Okay, perfect. Um, right. So Asen is saying he put himself in the transfer window. We're getting 60 million freed up to buy a young striker in January. Well, boy, based on some of the names we are linked with, like Rafael Leao, who scored today, and also Cody Gakpo, who also scored for Netherlands as well too. Who knows, right? And I also think we're linked with Jonathan David, Canadian striker who plays for Lille as well too, right?
Yeah,
And then Asen again is saying, looking at the good that came out of it. New striker in January parting ways with the old striker that can't press and owners looking to sell, right? And then Kurt Alexander is saying good night. Yes, good night to you as well, buddy.
Yes,
Good
buddy.
good
night.
night, good night.
Um, and one more comment, and well, two more comments again. My bad. Yeah, that's comment from Kevin James. Good night, fellas. To me, this Ronaldo saga should have been done since preseason. Ronaldo was too much a negative limelight on my club. Fair enough. And yeah, it does not get rid of your legend just like that after him being the top scorer for us
Yep,
last season. Right? But you
And,
never know, right? You
and
may have
player
a
of the season.
yeah.
and player, and
I'm
We
prepared to
we
see it.
still needed a striker, so just getting rid of him at that time will not really.
I
We
agree.
people say they could have seen this coming. Personally, I could not see it would have gotten this bad.
You think so?
You saw this getting this bad?
Yeah.
Um,
From since August when
I,
he wanted
I,
to do the
I, I,
interview.
I think most of us were blindsided by the Pierce Morgan interview. I think most of
Yeah.
us were.
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
Right. Um, I go through these last two comments and we're gonna move on. Right. Good night from Arun. Good night to you as well, buddy.
And I
And next
brother.
person is saying CR7 did say what? CR did say you have to destroy it to rebuild it, and this start with me. For me, it
If
is
it
not
starts
a
with me,
problem.
yeah. Yeah.
If they start with me, for me, it is not a problem, right? Um, I can see where you're coming from. I definitely can see where you're coming from, right? Um, yeah. So let's move on. We have to move on to other stuff, and what should we really move on to? Should we move on to this here?
Wow. Well, you're
Should
not
we move
sticking,
on?
boy.
Should we move on to this here, guys? And if you
It look
guys,
good, you know.
if oh yeah, if you guys thought that the CR leaving was good news, well, this is better news. It doesn't paint the entire picture, right? But in the intro, I did say that the Glazers are looking to sell Manchester United after 7 years, and the reason I have this picture up is because there have been a lot of rumors about certain technology companies and entities and firms that are interested in putting in a bid for Manchester United, right? Um, from yesterday, I was seeing that Jimmy Radcliffe, he is looking
Yeah.
to put in a bid. I'm seeing David Beckham is looking to start a consortium to put in a bid as
Yeah.
well too. I'm seeing that Mohammed, or sorry, I can't pronounce his name, but he is the Crown Prince of
Prince
Dubai.
of, yeah.
He is worth $14 billion, right? He himself is also looking to put in a bid for Manchester United. Going back to Sir Jimmy Radcliffe, he is worth $13 billion. And last but by no means least, tech company Apple is rumored to also be looking to purchase Manchester United. It's amazing how a little news gets by and we're linked with so many companies and former players and also other owners or all other billionaires who are linked with Manchester United, right? Before
Mhm.
we even move on, I'm going to add Caveman to the call. How are you doing, Cave?
Doing good, fellas. Sorry to be late. Good night to
Hey,
all.
what's up, Kev?
Easy word, eh?
Yes,
Look, my
sir.
next
Yeah,
Avenger
no.
partner coming, my Avenger partner.
Yeah, no worries,
Avenger
no worries.
teammate, yeah.
Yeah, Kev, yeah, you just joined us, and I have this picture up because of a certain tech company who is linked with
Oh,
buying Manchester United. I mentioned Sir Jimmy Radcliffe, who is worth $13 billion. I
mhm.
mentioned the Crown Prince of Dubai, who is worth 14 billion, and I have a feeling it's more than 14 billion because he's the Crown Prince of Dubai since 2008. He probably just want to disclose 14 billion, but we move on, right? David
Give them a
Beckham,
14 million to hold.
exactly. Um,
Mhm.
Also, David Beckham wants to form a consortium. I mean, know David Beckham is well off with money as well, but I don't know if he is worth it. He's not a billionaire as yet, right? And then last
Yeah.
but not least, tech giant Apple, who is when I checked before I came on this podcast, they are worth. Listen to this.
Trillions.
They're worth $2 trillion.
Trillions.
That is a lot of
Oh,
money.
Trillions, man.
God.
Yeah, that one I think it's 1 week of them financial
Yeah,
fucking could buy
two
Manchester United with the eye closed.
$2 trillion is what Apple is worth, right? Now, I also bring this up for another reason, guys. I also brought that because imagine if Apple is successful in purchasing Manchester United. Does that mean the entire world are everybody in the world are Manchester United supporters? Because imagine you going to buy your next iPhone, your next iMac, your next MacBook. Does that mean that everybody in the world is a Manchester United supporter if this had to go through? Imagine Chelsea fans taking out their iPhones and seeing Chelsea win, and Liverpool fans taking out their iPhones.
I saw Arsenal fans saying well, boycott Apple if they take over Manchester United. It's like, bro,
Oh
y'all
boy.
are so insignificant when it comes to when you put the numbers up to each other for how many Manchester United fans and how many Arsenal fans we have. They're insignificant, man. Y'all don't have to pull like that. And we're just gonna
No,
keep growing. We're just gonna keep growing with or without
we're
them.
not even we not sports is just a small part of this world. Imagine the entire Western Hemisphere, who I would say 90% of people in the Western Hemisphere have an Apple product, at least one Apple product. That's
Hmm.
almost the entire world supporting us and giving us money,
The
right?
subliminal message also.
Exactly, right? Um, so yeah, now back to the original. But I want to ask a question before we move on to the whole Glazers thing, right? Now there was a divide between fans as to one part of the defense was saying it was because of Ronaldo saying that the Glazers are this and that in the Piers Morgan interview that that's the reason the Glazers decided to sell. And on the other side of the fence, our fans are saying it has been protests and fans being angry for the last 10 plus years is the reason the Glazers chose to sell, right? What's your take? What side of the fence are you on? Are you taking piece of both? Um, I can start
Who,
with
me?
Caveman first. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a combination of things. It's not just the fan protests. It's not just Ronaldo. I think they all have part to do with the piece of the puzzle. But I listened to another gym guy. Can't remember his full name, and he was speaking about reports that broke this year. You know, it seems to be some discontent within the family. Um, you know, and then you saw some families sold shares last year. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
um, so I think what really sped up the ball was that fallout from the Super League. And you know, there was a
Okay.
lot of negative coverage since then, and the coverage been getting more and more negative from fan discontent, and leading up to Cristiano Ronaldo airing that interview. So we live in a world right now, especially during the pandemic times. We live in a world where media was the go-to thing. And if it's one thing that even during the protests, like when even before the protests, I was saying if you want to hurt the Glazers, you don't just tell them to get out. You hurt their reputation. They're business people. You give business people a bad rep, they're going to pay attention. And in these times where social media, you got clicks in TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, you know, the noise was constant. There was a lot of negative press against the Glazers, and I'm sure anytime they went to a business meeting or a business deal, you know, people were asking them questions about, hey, you haven't started with a bad rep. So you don't want to have that associated with your name as a business owner, as a business owner, like you having a bad reputation for running a club into the ground. You know, you don't want to have that association. So I think it's a combination of things.
Be honest with me, Caveman.
Mhm.
Did you see this? Did you see this happening?
Not, no, not, not, no. I thought it would have come like, give it like within the next three seasons, probably like 2025. But here we in 22, yeah, yeah, probably like 2025.
Yeah.
Um, I probably thought, we'll probably get some whispers, but this was a big shocker. And it's a big shocker when Cristiano Ronaldo news has been dominating the World Cup. You know, like the World Cup, the World Cup was dwarfed by Cristiano Ronaldo news, and then Cristiano Ronaldo news was dwarfed by the Glazers announcing that they're open to selling the club. So it was just a big shocker. Didn't expect this soon at all.
let me get through one comment here that I want to bring up, and maybe Chef and Jody could discuss it. Boom. And this
Yep.
this kind of had me thinking as well too. But I'll reserve my thoughts for later on. Talk to me, Jody or Chef.
So
What is it? Is it a combination of Ronaldo, who's right now 500 million followers, the most followed guy on social media, or is it 17 years or the last 10 years of fans saying enough is enough? Is that a culmination of both? Is it one side? Is it the other side? You talk to me.
I think so. I think it's definitely. Before I go any further, let me be real.
Yeah,
Ronaldo bitching to PS Morgan and make the Glazers want to sell. Let me get that out of the way. Right.
Yeah.
That being said,
mm,
that being said, I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but rightfully, as you all said, these people are businessmen, you only, and these people deal in millions and billions of dollars globally, and you
yeah,
only as good as your reputation. And if you have a growing reputation for getting a diamond and turning it into a cubic zirconian, that's not a good look. Not only that, they own other sports teams, and the other sports teams are doing good.
Hmm.
So, you have so when you look at the whole thing, is not a good look for them. So I just think, and with Ronaldo, with everything just coming down on them. Listen, if you all watch the Glazers in the last couple of years, take a serious lashing.
yeah.
So I just think there would, and as Cave said, because that's something I noticed too, that like that family in two, everybody in two about Manchester United, some want to pull the money. You know how it goes when there's a board running things and not just one man. So yeah, I just think it's everything. The decide, listen, now is the time. Let me look for a new buyer. And one thing is for certain, we are not Chelsea. So we will definitely get an owner in the morning if put up for sale. So yeah. That being said, I am not sold on another American owner. Uh, I just want whoever comes in will put the club first and not just making money.
Uh,
Jody, the
I
Glazers
I
are putting Manchester United up for around $5 to $6 billion. Talk to me now.
yeah, I think it's a combination of both, but like Ronaldo put the final dagger in it for them now because there's nothing to do about Ronaldo, but you have the most followed superstar sports athlete in the world working for you, and there it is. He come out against you with all the other stuff that was coming down for the past years. So it's obvious it reached to the point where they just as how people were saying Ronaldo damaging his reputation, he damaging their reputation as well. So it reached to the point where they probably say enough is enough, and they decide to put it up for sale.
I I agree with Chef, and I agree with you guys with regards to Ronaldo is not the primary reason for the Glazers selling, but guys is too good to be true. And by that I mean Ronaldo interview, Ronaldo talks shit about the Glazers, then Ronaldo parts ways with Manchester United, then then the Glazers all of a sudden are looking to sell Manchester United. Is I sometimes believe in coincidences, but it's too good to be true. I think that over the last 10 to 15 years, the fans have been fed up, and it's almost like yeah, we coming to that soon. I think it's more a lot of anger being pushed under the rug for the last 10 years. And when the rug gets too big or the mountain gets too big, everything starts to topple over. right? And I think it's that, right? I kind of think the whole Ronaldo interview and him exposing the Glazers is maybe, you got a big birthday cake and you got 99 candles in the birthday cake. I think Ronaldo putting that last candle in the birthday cake to make 100 is kind of maybe a small reason as to why the Glazers sold the club, right?
Let me ask a question.
They
Just,
said enough is
just
enough.
a second. If in the morning we hear, or probably because World Cup win on, but in the morning we hear Cristiano Ronaldo is leading a consortium to buy the team, would you be surprised?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yep.
So if this consortium could comprise of Cristiano, David Beckham, Jimmy Radcliffe,
People who had that kind of pull to buy the team, would you be surprised?
I'll be
And
very surprised to see
I
an active player,
Yeah.
trying to purchase a team this big.
but don't forget
Yeah,
it's a consortium, right? So it could be about at least 5 to 6
5 to
guys,
6
or
guys,
10 guys,
yeah,
right?
yeah, but still
yeah,
being part of it, I would still be surprised if Ronaldo was to do it, especially being a current player. Kind of conflict of interest. I'm sure there's probably something along the lines that cannot be
Ex
done.
player. Ex player.
What is it really a conflict?
No,
Is it really a conflict interest percent? Or as of yesterday, Ronaldo is now a former
because he's an
Manchester United
active
player.
player. Because he's an
is he an
active
active player?
player,
You know, he
For
not
Portugal,
he's
signed to no
still
club.
Portugal,
he's still
he is.
looking to play at the top level. He hasn't
Right,
officially
but what
retired
I'm
yet.
saying is, if he decides, yeah, retirement time, I come in to buy Manchester United.
No, if he
I
retires
never, I
and
never,
decides
I
to do
never
that,
thought, I never thought of that, Chef. And I mean, for some reason, I don't see it happening. But if Ronaldo and David Beckham and, as I mentioned, Jimmy Radcliffe and
for Ten Hag,
other billionaires that are interested in forming this consortium look to purchase Manchester United, I would like to see how it develops. That's all we'll say, right?
I
Um,
I feel the Premier League starting to turn like ownership wise now. A clash of the Middle East. There's a clash of the Middle East now because you're looking at Man City, you're looking at Newcastle, right? Then it's alleged, well, the Prince from Dubai, he wanted to jump in the pot to purchase the team. So I feel it could swing that way because probably they're seeing
Competition.
exactly, and you know them Arabs and the
you want to know what's funny? Liverpool were put on the market about a month ago,
right.
and nobody showed interest.
Yeah.
Manchester United got put on the market a day or two ago. Look how many companies and billionaires are all of a sudden linked with Manchester United. Amazing.
Because they're the biggest club in England. And one of the biggest in the world. So so that is why, you know, their fan base, their TV rights, their marketing side of it 10 times bigger than Liverpool.
Oh yeah, by far.
So that is why the buyers will more pull to Manchester United because they could see they're making their profits from Manchester United than Liverpool.
And study this now. This is a Manchester United who is not even a winning club right now.
Yeah.
So imagine if Manchester United get back to the winning ways and use the owner responsible for that. Man, you're making back your money, how much ever billions in a year.
Let me ask each of you guys one question before we go to the comments and we can end off on this question with regards to Manchester United. Who would you prefer by Manchester United? I could give you the options. Obviously, it's the Crown Prince of Dubai. That's one. Jimmy Radcliffe. That's two. Apple. That's three. And then let's say the consortium of David Beckham and friends. That's four. Right? Who would you who would you prefer to buy Manchester United? And everyone in the comments as well, let me know as well too. So I don't know, whoever want to go first.
For me, I go prefer the Crown Prince, because, as I say, it could be a competition for him to make sure Manchester United do good, because he will be going up against the likes of Man City. Unlike all right, let's say with Radcliffe and Beckham and them, yes, all of them had the love for the club, and yes, they will, but to me, I feel they win give that extra push still now to make sure the club go in the direction they want to go now. You know, that might take on it. To me, I would like it to go down that way now, because as I said, the Prince, he will want to go neck and neck with his competitors, and he will do what he have to do to make sure the club get the best to reach at that level now.
True. Chef or Cave, out of those 4 options, or if there's a 5th option that you guys heard about, let me know.
For me, I would say I would say the Saudis, the Prince and them, because as you all have said, hey, these fellas and them very competitive, and they will get the best people to run the club. They will get the best facilities. Most importantly, they wouldn't just be taking. And I'm just basing this on what we have seen with City. You know, they don't have to come to the club and just be looking to make money off of the club alone and putting the club in debt. They have money like that. This is a sound investment for them, and they know the more they put in, the larger returns.
What will you give, man?
I was thinking between either Ratcliffe or the Saudis too. Because I think for pretty much the same reasons that Jody and Chef gave so far. You know, people that gonna look to hire the best, because I think Ratcliffe, he has a reputation for being a shrewd businessman, so I don't think that he'll be overlooking the football operations like the Glazers did, because that was the Glazers' downfall. That was Manchester United's downfall. The Glazers overlooking, not knowing how to set up the infrastructure for the football side of the club, and being playful fools by Woodward and company.
Yeah.
So I think Ratcliffe, he already saw these. I think they would ask harder questions and make tougher decisions and not play nice, and let us set up an infrastructure that can be sustainable for the club, because we know Ratcliffe, he Britain's richest man, owning Britain's biggest club. It just seems like a match made in heaven. And like the other guy said, with the Saudis, what they said already with the Saudis, yes, I agree everything they say. So I'm gonna just put Ratcliffe in there to just for a different perspective. But that was the reason that I would go Ratcliffe. It just seems like a match made in heaven. Both want to go the same direction, which is back to the top.
Fair enough. Let me go through the comments before we switch gears. Come on, scroll. Rashid, thanks for joining. He's saying the club was really professional in dealing with this Ronaldo saga. With regards to a possible sale, the Glazers will sell to the highest bidder, which is true. Because at the end of the day, right now the starting bid will have to be $6 billion, but don't be surprised if the club gets sell for $7 or $8 billion, right? I am really hopeful that we get an owner that really cares about the club first. American companies only look after their pockets and nothing else. For a majority, yes, but the owners of Roma, actually care about the club, right? But at the end of the day, they are Italian Americans, right? So, yeah. Curtis saying Apple is not American owned. True. Definitely agree. Jody said Nico joined the live. Oh, man. And I think this is Nico here tuning in from afar. Welcome, Nico. Jesus Lau Hackshaw, thanks for joining, buddy. Apple worth $2 trillion, so $5.8 billion is pocket change. Yep, I agree. Real, and he probably, and Kurt is agreeing with Jesus with Jesus saying real pocket, right? Kishore, thanks for joining. Glazer's sale was in the works a while. However, the CR7 interview is when Glazers decided to make it public and possibly speed it up the timeline for the sale, right? Jesus is all saying Apple is worth $3 trillion beginning of January. Okay, $3 trillion. Nice.
Oh.
Kurt is saying, very good point, Chef. I was thinking that CR may consider Man United with former players and investors. Kurt is also saying Liverpool also up for sale. I think they too are owned by Americans. I think the owners of is Boston Red Sox that own Liverpool. I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Simeon,
LeBron
James is a minor.
LeBron James got big. Yeah, they got big shares in it too.
I think
LeBron and Rihanna.
Rihanna, yeah. Simeon saying, anybody have $4 billion to spare? I'll pay you back next month. Oh, okay. Oh Lord. Because you're saying fifth option, consortium of CR7, Rooney, Tevez. Oh Jesus Lord. What a consortium that would be. CR, Rooney, and Tevez. Oh man. To bring
they'll put Tevez in there, man.
Oh boy. Richard, thanks for joining. Yo, Phil, Jody, and Chef. Boy, it's true. And Reem is on the inside saying like and share all in all united. Enjoying the content. Really appreciate it, Reem. And then last comment from Aaron. Thanks for joining. Good evening to the panel. Well, except Chef. He does ignore people. Oh, man.
Yeah, my fans and them, boy. My fans. Yes, teacher, I hear you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. I Googled the thing that I was talking about. Yes, players do have stakes in clubs. Active players like Vardy has ownership in the New York club. Hazard, some other players got ownership and got minority shares in club. So it's doable. It's legal.
Even we name this one from Barca. Who know leave Barca? Gosh.
PK?
Shakira wife.
Shakira wife. PK, Gerard
PK. Yeah, he own a club.
Own it or got minority shares?
No, he owns. The second division club.
I will look into that later on. Aaron Jones is saying, "Bring on the oil money."
Right, they close down the refinery in Trinidad, boy.
All right. Well, you know what? We saw that Sunday just gone was the start of the biggest football tournament in the world. We saw up to today. Between Sunday and today, we saw some very interesting highlights. We saw the Saudis take on Argentina. We saw the Japanese take on the Germans. We saw that the match between Costa Rica and Spain should have been on a certain hub site and not on ESPN. We saw Portugal versus Ghana today. We saw certain teams dominate other teams, but still came out on the losing end, like Canada and Senegal, who dominated Netherlands and Belgium, respectively. So we're here in the World Cup segment right now. We're finished talking about United and Cristiano Ronaldo and Glazers and all that crap. We're here in the World Cup segment right now. Where I have no agenda, guys. I just want to know where you guys want to start for World Cup. Where I have no agenda. It's just my microphone, it's just my phone, and me and a Gatorade bottle. I have literally no agenda for World Cup right now. I do not know
who's your country? Who's your team?
Brazil.
Nah, not Brazil. Since I live in Canada is by default Canada, but I have a couple of favorite teams, which are France and to some extent Portugal, because my managers are Portuguese, so I gotta kind of not lose my job. So yeah. But no, yeah, I forget this here as well. Richarlison goal today. Panel or
Fire.
anybody in the comments, where do you guys want to start? You guys want to start with Saudi Arabia upsetting Argentina at 5 o'clock in the morning? You guys want to start with Japan upsetting Germans? You want to start with Richarlison goal? You want to start with Canada running at Belgium? You want to start with the African teams? Tell me where you guys want to start.
But wait. Pull up. So
Pull
we
up,
just
all
gonna
right,
bypass. We just bypassing England.
But
Yes,
watch me
I
now.
apologize. England
listen.
also played Iran and they got washed 6-2.
Listen.
right?
England playing Iran is like them was playing Joe Public or
Dan, don't do matter. Don't do matter. Don't do matter.
Alright.
Don't do matter. Because if we did lost, that would have be big news. Don't do matter.
It would have been big news in the British media.
Dan. Boy. Nah. We
Argentina
started with
lost.
England.
Argentina lost.
All right,
Then
so
we started with, that was the first proper game because that opener wasn't no proper game.
But here's the thing, Chef. A lot of people thought that Qatar would have paid off the Ecuadorians.
Nah, that would have looked too obvious and it would have looked too ridiculous. FIFA under too much spotlight right now for that kind of nonsense to go on.
All right, let me start with England versus Iran, and I think the final score was 6-2. Before we start with that, I think this overall World Cup there has been some very shady and dodgy refereeing in this World Cup.
Agreed.
Definitely, but let me start with the England match. What part you want to start with? Marcus Rashford scoring a really good goal. A lot of Arsenal fans messaging me about Starboy Saka. I don't know where you guys want to start with.
Under all this thing, England wins 6-2, but only realize. Oh, you see Harry Maguire? Listen, now I'm England at all, you know.
We all know that Harry Maguire is trying to prime Maldini when he played for England. We know that too.
No, but you see the goal England concede. I watched Maguire face and I was like, Dan, even when we win it, you could spoil it, boy.
Boy, I told you.
I see the match highlights. It was his fault.
It was.
Yeah, where's my upset thing about this England team and the fans, right? No, we all know Jude Bellingham
is coming home.
He's a skillful player.
That's nonsense.
He's coming home. We all know he's a talented player, right?
Who's
talented player. Bellingham.
Jude.
Right? Yeah. And to me, Iran never give England a fight to really say give them a fight now. You understand? England, they boss their midfield because apparently like Iran, they know how to handle England midfielder Bellingham, Declan Rice, and who again had in the middle there, boy. Can't remember right now.
It was Jude, Declan Rice,
and Mount.
Yeah.
Right, and Mount. Right. And them fellas were just playing around Iran like if it's a chessboard, they're moving how they want to move. You understand? Yeah. And them fellas and them they just stand there so. The way how people was rating and bigging him up now. And
who's that, Jude?
Even the English media now, because he's English, is obvious they go big him up.
But you know how they go. You know how they go. But that being said though, Jody, he is in form, eh?
I'm not saying he's not a talented person, but I go past my judgment when they come up against a real test. You understand? That's how I just judge a team, you know. You understand? So that side Spain hit Costa Rica 6 and England hit Iran 6.
And only and Serbia.
Well, right. Look, Serbia. Watch me, Serbia give Brazil a nice run despite Brazil had all the position.
Before we're going to get to the Brazil game, right? Just to go back to the England game. Most people saw England beating Iran comfortably and so done. But let me get to certain matches where we probably predicted that Argentina would have rolled over Saudi Arabia and Germany would have rolled over Japan. Talk to me about those matches. I, for one, was not waking up at 5 o'clock to watch no Saudi Arabia and Argentina, and it'll probably be
Nah,
6
I
o'clock.
was up.
Right? So yeah.
I was up.
I was up and all, and after watching the first half, I called my brother and I said, "Partner, if you watch all yourself, so you're gonna put it on all in the second half."
But
You know?
three offside goals. Why Lautaro
Yeah.
Martinez can't stay onside?
Yeah, so
After
I
now.
think Argentina take after scoring our first goal, kind of take them for granted now.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, well, we don't score, we go and breeze through them. We go hit them about 2 or 3 more goals, and we go breeze through and we go pass through them.
You know what I found funny about those, and I want to use those two teams in particular, the Saudi and Japan.
Yeah.
Dan, them as two teams have two in terms of the lesser known
Hey,
leagues, but they have two
fellas, I
very
going off
good
camp for a little
leagues.
second.
Yeah, no problem.
I do your thing, yeah.
I can come back when you get to today's game, because I only watched today is my first day of watching the World Cup. But except for the USA game, I watched that too, but I watched that else, so it can't be in this conversation.
Why?
Yeah.
I found that in the two upsets,
They were underestimated.
Yeah, the winning goals were quality goals.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially the control from the guy Asano from Japan when he controlled it.
Yeah. That was a beautiful goal.
Yeah, boy.
Hey,
And if you watch it,
his parents mixed with Brazilian, boy. I'll tell you.
yeah, boy, he good, eh? Nah, the man bad. No,
Yeah,
but I watch them two games, and I say to myself, boy, if these teams and them settle properly, comes first half, you can see it was little nerves. But second half, when them two teams come out, wherever the coaches told them, they come out to play.
Yeah, but the coach at Japan, he getting all the praise right now because he make two masterpiece substitute there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he bring on Minamino, who used to play for Liverpool, and also the guy who plays for Arsenal, the right back. Can't remember his
Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
But I didn't even understand why he didn't start.
No, but the two goals that score is two substitution he brought on as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another game. Actually, before I go to that, let me go through some comments quickly. Well, let me start with this here. Richard, we get into that. We get into that. Don't worry about that. We get into that. Simeon is saying ever was looking forward to game that when it almost reached your mind, it changed. USA and England. Fair enough.
Well, we will see tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. Apparently, there's some joke going around that whoever's the loser between England and US gets to keep Meghan Markle and James Corden. So I don't know. Ronaldo, we get into that as well too. We got time. We get into that. Jordan may find Brazil play like a team I know they have on paper. I would say Brazil was boring in the half, but it's second half. We get into
that.
Yeah, we commented.
We get into that. Chef said first proper game was England versus Iran. Boy, that Chef team.
Yeah, that first game.
That Chef team. At the end of the day, he got a big 18, right?
Well, I want to know.
Exactly. Next comment here saying never too much spotlight for FIFA to do madness. England has a lot of good players, and with 5 subs, that's useful. But the coach boy, Gareth Southgate, he don't make subs. Nico is also saying Reem, real big up Jude too. Yeah, I think Reem told me he got his eyes on Jude Bellingham as well too, right? Simeon is saying Saudi Arabia had dudes on their team. They had some size, speed, and enough technical skills. But at the end of the day, you can't tell me 2 or 3 Saudi Arabia players. We can't, right? Kishore is saying the best part of the Germany loss was Rudiger looking stupid, doing this high knee.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, 2-1 to Germany, right? Kristen is saying masterclass by Japan head coach made all the correct. And I think that's what Jody was talking about just now. And the Germans couldn't deal with them fellas. Ericsson, yes. Who Denmark play again?
Huh?
Who Denmark play again? I can't remember. It was a good team, no?
Denmark played.
When I get a chance, Jody or Chef, I'll just go to the other comments.
Yeah.
What if Ronaldo buy Manchester United and give the coach the boots? Nah.
Tunisia, Denmark played Tunisia.
With Hannibal, yeah. With Hannibal, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, it was an African team, yeah.
Neymar have a knock. That is a scene, Jody. I can
Not
say that.
really.
I guess not. I can say not really because I think Brazil could. We get into that. We get into that.
I don't find so at all.
Now, even before we get to today's game, I think there was supposed to be another upset on the cards when Australia scored first versus France, but then we saw Olivier Giroud equal Thierry Henry's record, and France went on to win 4-1. So that was a
France has turned it up. Really, France.
I don't think France. I didn't see the real Frances yet.
No. But what I'm saying is, that was a little wake up call for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Mbappe was on top of the game. I telling you, they could not stop him.
Who?
Mbappe. He was on top of the game and they could not stop him. They
couldn't stop him.
And he was the whole
difference maker. Yeah, watch that game. We watched that game too.
Yeah, he was the whole difference maker.
That made it relentless, boy. I was like, people that said that that national teams play slow.
Nah.
France turn it up. Y'all don't think so?
When France get bored, France was like, when France get bored, it was like, okay, time to stop playing around with this team now.
The man will turn it up though.
I can shift a little bit from France and Australia to two teams that I think got the respect of football fans, but they still lost, and that was how Senegal ran at Netherlands and how Canada handled Belgium as well. What do you guys think about those two teams, or what do you guys think about
Senegal was unlucky.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the Senegal Netherlands game.
I dare say, we like to say one player don't make a difference, but then if Mane was in that side, it would have to be a different game.
No.
Senegal play real good football.
Senegal still got is Ismail Sarr?
Yep. They have good players.
Senegal has good players, but I think Senegal didn't take their chances.
That's right. They didn't.
Right, similar to Canada as well, too. Right. A lot of people have this perception that Canada is just this country that's good at ice hockey and Raptors and what's not. Right, but we actually got a decent squad, but we just didn't take our chances. Now, there was a whole debate on the fence where they're saying Alphonso Davies, left back for Bayern Munich, should not have taken the penalty for Canada. And the reason was when a team is appointing penalty takers, it's either the superstar or the forward/striker, right?
That can't be the reason. If that is the reason, that is foolish. That's not the reason.
Look at it this way. Most teams always appoint their best penalty taker or taker, right? So I mean, a lot of people are on the fence with Alphonso Davies or if Jonathan Davis should have taken these.
I thought Jonathan Davis should have taken it.
Well, yeah, he's taken 9 penalties. He's taken 9 penalties for Lille this season, and he scored all of them. So, yeah. So yeah,
for me, Canada. I say Canada. Remember, we say we pick Canada as we dark horse, and I telling you, I don't know how Canada didn't win this game. Seriously, I telling you.
Well, Canada got the win versus
20 plus shots on goal.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
21
boy,
shots on goal.
I tell you, I admittingly have not. I know about
21 shots.
I know about the players on Canada team.
Yeah.
Canada?
I know about the players on Canada team, but I have not watched Canada itself play.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
But
Canada could get teams trouble, eh?
Why? See, that's why I did say when we was on with Riemann them and Riemann them laugh. You see, I watched the CONCACAF qualifications for the World Cup.
Right.
I was watching the game, so I know who is the informed teams and who playing and thing, you understand? So that's why I did pick Canada and Riemann them was bullied with Mexico and them other teams and them. Mexico and them really doing nothing this World Cup, and I telling you.
Mexico is an Asian team, man.
But Mexico actually ran at Poland and Lewandowski missed a penalty. But
Yeah.
we'll do that another time. Now we're shifting from the previous fixtures, and based on the previous fixtures, we saw two things that fans saw. One, Lionel Messi lost his first match versus Saudi Arabia. One, and two, Manchester United parted ways with Cristiano Ronaldo. And it all came down to today, right? And another thing, most Caribbean people are Brazilian fans. As a fact, from the time I was small, most Caribbean people have.
Yeah. That goes without saying.
And today was kind of a great day for football if you were a football fan, because we saw Brazil versus Serbia, and we saw Cristiano Ronaldo and friends versus Ghana, right? Now,
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo and friends.
yeah. all eyes were on Cristiano Ronaldo today based on the saga that happened between himself, Pierce, Manchester United, Glazers, whatever, right? Now, I messaged Reem about 11 o'clock my time, which should be 12 o'clock you guys' time. I said, Reem, how much you want to bet Ghana is going to give away a penalty and all eyes are going to be on a certain person? I told my manager today, who is also Portuguese, that Ghana will give away a penalty and all eyes will be on Cristiano Ronaldo. So said, so done. Be honest with me. Whoever watched that match in the comments and the panel, was that a penalty?
Nope.
A soft penalty, as I go say it. I go say a soft penalty.
It was a soft.
By the rule book is a penalty, but it's soft.
Soft, yeah.
It's soft.
If you watch it over, Chef, there was a nudge of the
and it was the same thing.
Player onto Ronaldo. So it's
to throw him off balance. And you know what? Ronaldo has scored a goal earlier when he pushed off a player.
Yeah, was the same player.
Same player.
Oh, yeah, the same player he pushed off.
Same guy.
Technically, there.
Yeah, and he scored and they call it off because you're foul player. You push with the man and come back.
Yeah.
Come back, and he did the same thing. Me and our guy was going at it on Facebook about that until eventually I say, you know what? You really took care about Ronaldo and them right now, you know, so you could beat up yourself because he's a Messi fan now, so.
Right.
Yeah,
no, but on the whole thing, Ronaldo play anything in that game?
No, but watch me, the man get some sitters again today. Something really wrong with
and
him.
Miss
some sitters in our first half and missing some
Ronaldo legs really good, you know.
I got two guys on my team at work, both Portuguese, and when they were surprised by Ronaldo missing these, I was like, guess what? Guess what I had to watch for the last 6 months.
Yes.
So right? No, but watch it. He missing it was no big shock to me because I guess somebody missing it. Yeah.
We expect that now.
I wasn't like, wait, boy, you missed that, boy. I was
no.
Like, okay then.
I was like,
listen, there was a couple of true ball Ronaldo trying to run on too, and men get it. And I was like, yeah, the world just seeing what we Manchester United fans was enduring. So okay.
I have to say this, and I have been critical of a certain guy for the last year.
I was waiting on you, know.
But Bruno Fernandes played well today for Portugal.
Quietly.
Yeah, but when his coach made the subs and he pushed Bruno out on the right again for a little bit, Bruno was lost out on the right hand side until he dropped back.
Till he came back in, yeah.
Then he find back his foot. Once Bruno got on the right side.
Hey man, those two assists were on the money. I mean, perfectly timed, perfectly weighted.
I think Raphael. A
millisecond later.
Wow.
Millisecond later, and both players offside. Yeah. I was like, bring back this Bruno, please, to bring him back to Manchester United.
Bruno. That's why I couldn't understand when they gave Ronaldo man of the match today. I was like,
you know what happened? The man happy Ronaldo.
They're doing it to the start on the team. They're doing to the stars on the team.
Kevin De Bruyne get man the match versus Canada, and Kevin De Bruyne came.
Kevin De Bruyne.
I don't know how he got this.
We here know he get it.
Nah.
Anyway, but Bruno did come out to play, and I would like to see this Bruno Fernandes replicate these sort of performances when you are wearing Manchester United. Now, one thing that I was going to mention, and there's a comment here as well too that brought it up. You are down 2 goals against Portugal.
Yep.
You score a header to bring it to 3-2, and instead of rushing to getting
the ball and go back up,
in the net, you want to do a sue.
Yeah.
And my thing is that you're an experienced player. What is wrong with you?
Andre,
Boy, go get the ball out of the net and go back half line.
Yeah, but it didn't matter because they almost get it.
Yeah, they
almost.
But that's the point. The score was 3-2, not 3-3 or 4-3 to them.
Yeah.
Again for the ball and going to the back to the center half and trying to get another goal.
I honestly wanted that game to draw and keep the group open.
Yeah.
No.
I like chaos, man. I like chaos.
Last but by no means least, before we go on to the Brazil game, what was Diego Costa thinking? That's the same Diego Costa that our scouts have been scouting to replace David De Gea.
But you know what? He's young, you know. This is his first World Cup too, right?
But how young is he? How old is he?
21.
Really? I can check that here.
Yeah.
He's so young?
Diego.
Nah, 23.
Diego
just turned 23.
That's still young for a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I know he plays for Porto, but I didn't know he was so young. But if the guy who has I can't remember who was the Ghanaian guy, but if he hadn't slipped, I am quite sure he would have slotted that home and made it.
Diego Costa is experiencing what Brazil forwards experience today. Because the Brazilian forwards, everybody else is playing good, but Brazilian forwards, Neymar, Vini, Rafinha, Richarlison. I was like, yo, what's going? Like all of these mistakes, uncharacteristic. And I'm like, this is not the Rafinha, Vini, or Neymar that I've been seeing all season. Richarlison had like what 3 touches, something so.
Since we're moving into the Brazil game, which is the last game of today. Rafinha has been a flop for Barcelona. A lot of people don't realize that. Right?
So far. Yeah.
But
let us use that to discredit how good he was in the Premier League, because he was underrated and he kept leads up last season.
Yeah.
And the man gets a move to Barca.
Yeah. He contributed a lot of goals and assists.
From Leeds?
No, he could have
from Leeds to Barcelona to national team.
He could have moved to Chelsea to Man U, but his choice was Barcelona.
Yeah.
His choice was he wanted to go Barcelona.
Yeah, he always wanted to go Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
That's a natural thing with South American players. They want to play for Barca or Real Madrid.
La Liga.
Like seriously. They dream of that. That is La Liga. The same way a lot of Caribbean players really eye the Prem.
Yeah.
South American players, La Liga.
South America.
Because it's style of play.
South American players normally gravitate to La Liga, and then they normally go back to their home league or MLS.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. But Richarlison, a guy who has not scored a goal for Spurs this season in the EPL, but this guy always turned into R9 for Brazil. And I think all eyes today were on one Neymar, but Richarlison took all the eyes off of Neymar and put them on him, right?
That goal, man.
Ronaldo.
I honestly think there wouldn't be another.
No, I was gonna say that Brazil's front three. Brazil has so much attacking talent because you have the ability to take off Neymar and Richarlison, yet still bring on and inform Gabriel Martinelli and Rodrigo
Gabriel Jesus.
Anthony
and
Anthony as well.
I watched that and I said, and hear me now, but this shit is ridiculous.
And Fred as well. Big up Fred, right?
Yeah.
Now,
listen,
let me not.
That coach like Fred, eh?
Yeah, Fred is a good man. Let me not beat around the bush. Goal of the tournament so far, Robert Charleston. No doubt. Goal of the tournament.
Yeah.
Let me not beat around the
Easily.
bush.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. What other goal is there, Jody, to compare that to?
No, but
Is a top contender.
yeah,
You gotta come good. You gotta come with a Van Persie goal to beat that.
Yeah, no, but because of the how to put it,
Pressure.
but I'm looking for the question, the how I'm trying to phrase it for you. Because of the goal, our winning goal against
Germany.
Argentina.
Oh, well, that
Against
was a good goal.
Argentina. Watch
That was a
me.
good
I
goal as
telling
well.
you, that what watching the placement of that ball. I was
Yeah.
like, yo,
Nah, but-
and the thing about it, no, listen, chef, the thing about it, when he do that, he had about 3 players real close to him. Richarlison had about 4 players around him, but they were like,
Nobody was
like
close
4 yards away. No,
in
he
a
took
box.
the control and literally spin very fast
Mind you,
onto the ball.
the control wasn't good, eh? The ball got away from him, eh? And he still, first he had room.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, so yes,
Yeah.
execution wise, yeah, it was good. But I think for me, I think the Saudi winning goal, that the goal for me, boy.
Yeah,
I don't know
Can't
the
remember,
Japan.
can't remember how the Saudi winning goal was.
I got a slight bias for the second goal for Japan as well.
Japan, yeah. But I was saying
Slight
either
bias.
Saudi or Japan.
Yeah.
Because to take control of ball on the run. You run in and you didn't stop the control. On the run, Japanese just run and
Okay,
just pull
I
down
know the
that
alright.
ball.
I know the goal. Okay.
But he let it, but the Japanese man let it bounce. He controlled it one time.
Yeah, that was it in his stride. I put it in his stride one time and then run past a defender who about 10 times the size of he, but him up to put that ball past the goalkeeper.
And pick your corner proper.
Yeah. So while I mean I could be biased to Brazil, but for me, the winning goal for Japan and Saudi, that is my 2 contenders so far.
The goal was, I think, with Richarlison goal too. It was the time in the game, eh? Yeah. Brazil was really.
Serbia was tired. I could see the guys was
yeah. Brazil was in the ascendancy, and it was only seeing Brazil. It was waves. So you were seeing the goal coming.
I just watched that winning goal against Argentina. That was real.
That's real goal, buddy.
Goal,
yeah. See what I tell you? You know what you Kev? You know what you're talking
corner, buddy.
Yeah. He put it away proper.
Yeah.
But you know we like it. You know we love the flashy goal and them. So people would go crazy on that.
Execution wise, he did it properly. He did it good.
Yeah.
I telling you that Saudi winning goal. That for me right now, that is my goal on top right now. Then Japan.
Side note, Casemiro shot. What hit the? But I don't get up and say goal.
Listen,
you know.
I want everybody to apologize. I said that man's a destroyer, and he's getting ball to Cruz, and Modric, and them is do the passing. I say, what the man's watch that league? What the man's watch football? Say the Premier League, because that man watching. I watched a lot of Real Madrid games, especially in the last couple of seasons. That man finds Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo or whoever on the right wing so many times. I say this man is not just a destroyer, but he's a defensive first midfielder.
Yeah.
He's not like a what's the other guy who was chasing from Barcelona? Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong don't have that defensive awareness, but he does have that passing ability still. Casemiro has that defensive awareness, but he can still pass the ball short range, medium range, long range.
Watch me, Kev. Today the man make a pass. The man make a pass from inside his half. And split about 6 defenders, 6 I think players.
You want
I don't understand people making that statement.
You want to know something as well too? Casemiro can pass with both feet. Continue, Chef.
Yes. That and I watching. So when people make that statement, I was like, because me lying to tell you, I'm a huge Casemiro fan. He's one of the only reasons I watch Real Madrid. So I was like
top two central defensive midfielders in the world. Right now.
I told people Casemiro at Real Madrid is better than N'Golo Kante. I mean, laugh at me. I said nah. Casemiro definitely taking all day, every day. but Casemiro was given man. of the
Better
match
than
to
N'Golo Kante.
But watch me.
I
That
think
shot,
so.
Kante don't even met top 2.
the shot, the shot.
Kante don't even met top. Go
Boy,
Kimmich that's
hello?
in line for me. Kimmich
Oh, Joshua
and Busquets.
Kimmich is a baller as well too, right?
And
Was
Busquets.
that Jody?
That shot he put on the crossbar, boy.
Yeah, the
Listen
crossbar.
to
Boy,
me.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
I thought I was going in.
That going in.
No,
I
watch me. If you watch
drive
back the
with
highlight, if you watch back the highlight, when he hit the ball, he don't turn around to celebrate, you know.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah,
back the
Boy,
highlight. My boy don't turn and run it.
yeah, he did. He did. Listen,
Casemiro
I
woke up today and
drive
chose
with it.
violence.
That was a beautiful shot, boy. I was like, my word.
And my bullet at the tournament so far is Danilo.
It's who?
Who?
Danilo.
The shot at the tournament?
Yeah, for me so far, like when coming to really shooting,
Yeah.
Danilo, with the shot he hit from about 35 yards outside today and hit the post.
Boy,
I didn't see that one.
I missed that one.
I can't remember it, but let's be real. All the focus was on Richarlison's goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neymar went off with a swollen ankle.
Yeah, boy.
And a lot.
Oh, you see the uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
He ain't playing this week.
This is my opinion. A lot of Brazilians fans, in my opinion, should not be worried. They shouldn't.
No.
Nah.
Watch me.
Worried.
Maybe
Brazil too deep for that.
Maybe 2018, 2014, like 2014 when he get injured in the quarterfinal.
If this was like
yeah.
if this was like Norway with like Erling Haaland, then you should be worried. If this was like Sweden with Zlatan, you should be worried. But like Brazil is so stacked up front. What worried about Neymar?
But you see,
Neymar.
Phil, you see the thing about it with Neymar, right? When Neymar does bring to the side is he does draw players to him now. And today, every time
like
nothing less than 3 was locking him down now, and that's how there was locking down, practically taking the ball off of us a lot. Was when Neymar had the ball and when Vinny had the ball and all, he was holding the ball a little too much, trying to run past 2, 3, 4 players. You understand? And that was real aggravating me because it had the simple 1-2 pass to play and move now. And
you had the players to play them things.
Because they did it where Vinny self come out from in Brazil half. And in about 3 passes they almost scored in the first half.
Boy, I have enjoyed this World Cup so far and definitely looking forward.
You say you didn't watch the Argentina game?
At 5 o'clock in the morning, you must be crazy, boy.
Well, you missed out. You missed out a camera.
I did.
That was a nice game, Phil.
I did.
You missed out the camera shot.
It was a nice game.
You saw the camera shot?
The camera shot?
Yeah. We like to see what the camera does do.
Oh, yeah. I got a couple of them videos saved on my phone, but we can discuss that another time. Right? We can discuss that another time. Not on all United. No, this weekend, I know it is. Well, actually, no. Tomorrow, a lot of people are looking forward to USA versus England, and then on the weekend, it will be Argentina, Mexico.
It'll be Black Friday for England.
Black Friday for England. Oh my God.
Whatever came smoking, just take it away from him.
France Denmark can all go be a good game by Phil boy.
Which game?
France Denmark.
Yeah.
France Denmark playing tomorrow or on the weekend?
No, the weekend. Yeah.
And Sunday. Saturday.
Give me some predictions for these games, and before we end the show, give me some predictions. Let me start with tomorrow. USA at England.
USA England.
A draw.
I don't see that drawing. I don't see that drawing. For some reason, I just don't see that drawing. Football versus soccer. I don't see that.
Because of Harry Maguire, I will say England go win 3-1. I don't 3-1. Because of Harry Maguire, they will.
I think all bias aside, I think we should win that game.
Yeah, I think that 3-1.
How much, Chef? How much you taking?
2-0.
Okay. What do you thinking, Gabe, man? You say draw?
Draw for me. Yeah. 1-1.
Okay, fair enough. I don't have the fixtures in front of me, but I know for sure Argentina playing Mexico, France
On
playing
Saturday,
Denmark.
yeah.
I think
tomorrow's what, the 25th?
Yeah, tomorrow
Yeah.
have Wales
You
and
got
Iran,
Wales and
Wales
Iran,
and Iran.
Qatar. Yeah.
Senegal.
No, I am not. That match is gonna be boring. But if you guys want to give a prediction for that, by all means.
Which one?
Netherlands and Ecuador. Hey.
That is a nice
Hey.
game, you know.
Game, yeah.
Hey.
That go be that go have
Hey,
some.
don't sleep on.
Yeah, that go have some fire on it.
Yeah.
What about this weekend? Argentina versus Mexico.
Argentina hurting right now.
Nah,
Mexico
but
did have
Yeah.
a good game. Mexico had a good game versus Poland.
Mexico is decent enough.
Yeah.
Without saying much.
They got the Mexican Manuel Neuer.
Let me be in
yeah,
Argentina.
boy. That what you mean? That man, hey.
The man,
Good boy, what you mean? When I want to see that penalty, I like.
Argentina got blood in them. Them men come out so aggressive, right? This is gonna be a typical American CONCACAF game.
South American.
This is gonna be a
South American clash.
CONCACAF, yeah. Central
clash.
versus South America. So this is gonna be a CONCACAF type game.
What prediction you got for that game then?
For me,
Argentina.
about 3-1.
Argentina 3-1.
Argentina gonna win by 2. Argentina gonna win by 2 for sure.
I say a 2-all draw.
What?
I with Jody. I was saying 2 predictions. Either Jody's prediction or Argentina gonna win 1-0, but Guillermo Ochoa gonna have at least 50 saves. At least.
I know one thing. That game have a red card in it, eh?
I don't think Mexico ever beat Argentina. No.
Okay, a red card in that game.
Yeah. That game have a red card in it.
Yeah, because
what was your prediction for Argentina and Mexico Caveman?
3-1.
3-1 to Argentina.
Yeah.
Okay. What other fixtures they have this weekend? I know
Spain,
Canada
Germany.
playing.
Spain, Germany, Sunday.
Spain, Germany.
Oh, Spain, Germany Sunday.
Yeah.
Spain, Germany, boy.
Boy, Spain
can pass him off the park, man. About 2-0 for Spain.
Spain had 587 passes in that game versus Costa Rica.
Dad, is it really fair to judge Spain against Costa Rica?
So well, listen.
Costa Rica is trying to all, you know.
So well, listen, Germany are the plane engine warming up right now then.
Oh,
yeah.
Since Germany win that World Cup, though, Germany has not been playing convincing.
So if Germany lose to Spain, Germany are out of the World Cup officially.
Germany out.
Yeah, because they lost the first game. They lose
the first game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then Germany has to get a result.
Have to win. Yeah.
Give me a prediction. Give me a prediction for that game then.
For that game,
Spain 2-1.
2-0.
3-25.
2-0 to me.
2-0
for me for Spain.
2-0 to Spain. Okay.
3-1. 2-1 to the Bahia.
What other fixtures they got? Who Canada playing? Croatia. Or Morocco?
Croatia. That's a nice game, you know.
Croatia draw versus Morocco. Boy,
Canada has to be more critical.
I want Canada to win because Canada were able to shut down Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know how the hell Kevin De Bruyne get man of the match, but I think Luka Modric is a more complete and composed player than Kevin De Bruyne, so they'll have problems shutting down Luka Modric.
Modric is a problem scorer.
My heart is saying Canada 2-1, but my head is saying that Croatia might nick it 1-0.
1-0
I will go with you that, Phil.
1-0 Canada.
I really would like to see Canada. I would like to see Canada score the first.
Because based on what I see and based on where the commentators and them were saying in Croatia first game, they're missing Mandzukic on top real bad.
Bad.
They don't have that center forward to finish for them.
Yeah, so it's showing the first game.
Yeah, so based on what I see from the first game, yeah, I think in Canada could put them 1-0.
No drive game far. I feel like England USA will be drawn out. My England got too much talent up top with Sterling.
I said 3-1
and Rashford and Phil Ford.
They get disappoint.
I can't
disappoint.
But you know
they
what?
Get disappoint.
Morocco played a decent game.
This could be England's setback for the tournament. England gotta get a setback so that they could progress deeper because they can't do it in the knockouts. Because if they get any setbacks in the knockouts, yeah, so they gotta do it in the group stage. There's gonna be the setback.
Martinez could take the red card early and get some rest.
I don't see Japan. Japan go run over Costa Rica.
Martinez not starting.
Yeah, it's be Romero and
Martinez gotta start because guess what? They may get scored when he came on.
Otamendi
Yeah,
start.
Yeah,
it's Otamendi.
start,
Yeah. You see the thing about it is,
Otamendi or Romero.
When
based on
Martinez came
form.
he make the fronts.
You see that defense what Argentina have there? Argentina was on a big winning streak with that same defense. And with that defense, they get plenty shutouts.
There were 36 games unbeaten, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of those 36 was shutouts. So they wouldn't change the defense just like that. As much as it looked different, we can agree it looked different when Martinez came on.
Yeah, because
you ain't gonna change. And Romero and Otamendi, them are senior players too.
Nico is saying Germany too. Nah.
Germany. I know about that one.
Germany gotta get the ball first. I mean, don't get me wrong. We probably had Argentina to beat Saudi Arabia, and we had Germany to beat Japan. So you never know.
No, Germany could catch yourself and properly. If it's anybody supposed to be able to give Spain some competition, it's Germany. But Germany didn't look good at. I was talking, but that I find first half, even when Germany was controlling that game, they were playing a real slow, boy.
Yeah. And that is where Spain go kill them, moving the ball faster than them. Because the Germany reaction was very slow. So
I would like Martinez to start, but we can see how the Argentina. Any other exciting games in your opinion this weekend? Or that's
that's about it. But I say Japan go run over Costa Rica.
The
way Costa Rica played in that first game, I could see them getting more of the same from Japan.
Yeah, because Costa Rica holds 7, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Even before that match, Gary Neville was looking at the lineup and saying there are no goals in this Spain team. Man.
What he said?
Gary Neville said, based on the Spain lineup, that there are no goals coming from this Spain team. And Spain put 1, 2, 7.
That is why he's a pundit and not a coach.
True. Anyway, we have come to the end of All In All United. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We talked about the Glazers possibly selling the club, the Man United parting ways with Cristiano Ronaldo, and last but by no means least, the World Cup highlights and upsets of the last couple of days, right? Guys, it has been a pleasure. Chef, Caveman, and also the one Brazilian, Jordi. Keep backing your team, and let's come back maybe next week to discuss more highlights for World Cup.
When they want entertainment, just tune in Monday, right? Or you'll get proper entertainment Monday, right?
Joga bonito.
Yeah. The beautiful game, boy.
It's true. And even before we go, based on the matches that you guys saw for the last couple of days, who are your favorites to, I guess, win the World Cup?
England.
I would say England, Brazil, France, and maybe
Spain
for sure.
Yeah.
England, Spain, and USA.
To do what?
Yeah. Brazil, Spain,
England,
France.
Spain, and Brazil for sure.
No.
And France, those 4.
I count the 4 semi-final. Well, the semi-finalists, based on what so far, will be Spain, France, Brazil, and my underdog team still, Canada.
Canada reached no semi-finals. One team.
Bruv, if Canada reached
watch this. When you hear Canada bumps up England in that round that 16, you go see something like that. You go see something now. Yeah. Hey, your partner Harry Maguire, right? You go see something now, right? You go see what Davis and them go do to him, right? You ever see how them men
if
on
Canada make it to the semi-final,
the lower half. The
I was
lower
saying
half
if
of this
Canada
panel
make it
just
to the
got some out. Sorry, continue, Phil, continue.
I was saying, if Canada make it to the semifinals, the anthem that playing could be started from the bottom. No, we here, right?
Yeah.
You go see how Harry Maguire gonna get tapped like a market crab Sunday
Same
morning.
going on with the lower half of the panel, y'all. You got one man predicting USA in the midst, ain't got next man predicting Canada in the midst, ain't. You got a cut off point with the lower half of the panel.
I said Japan semis, boy. So Nico, if Japan if Japan is one of the team, 1, 2, 3, 4, who's the other three? They gotta be Brazil, France.
He said Brazil already.
Oh, I hear this.
Brazil. So probably Japan, Brazil. I hope not Germany. I don't see Germany getting far. But anyway, we can talk about this next week because we got a lot of matches we gotta cover from now till next week.
Yeah.
Caveman, Jordy, Chef.
Blessings, Phil.
Thanks for being on the panel, and this is All In, All United.
All right.